Seah,
Hi.
have you got a favourite line from The Mandalorian Season 2, Episodes 1 and 2?
Yes, it's from episode 1, and it needs a little bit of explaining.
Of course it is.
The line I've chosen is, "There it is."
That's all we get, there it
That's
is.
all you get. And it happens just as the most ginormous crate dragon you've ever seen appears. And it's the most unnecessary thing Mando has ever said.
There it is.
There it is. Like, yeah, we can see.
Amazing.
Hello, Branwen.
Hello.
Have you got a favourite line from Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1 and or 2?
Mine's also from Episode 1.
Ooh.
If this thing divides or buds, I'll gladly pay for the offspring. Which is Pelly when she wants a Grogu of her own. You're listening to Sisters of the Force, and today we're going to delve into Mandalorian Season 2, Episodes 1 and 2, and what a couple of episodes they are.
Yeah, great.
I'm so excited, and I'm even more excited because we've got yet another special guest.
Da-da-da.
Ta-ta-da!
Hello.
It's my mum. It literally is my mum, Suzanne, who obviously is another massive Star Wars fan.
No choice in the matter.
Absolutely. Welcome to Sisters of the Force, which I know you've been listening to, like the good mum that you are.
What's been your favourite episode so far?
My favourite episode?
Yeah,
Of the podcast.
Of the podcast.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about that
Okay,
one while
we'll
we're
come back to it.
talking.
I know you enjoyed the Revenge of the Sith one with Jessica.
Yes, yeah.
I think you loved her Palpatine impressions, as did we all.
Well, I've enjoyed them all. I'd find it very difficult to come up with a favourite.
Oh, that's very
That's very
diplomatic
kind.
of you.
So, I was concentrating so much on which my favourite line.
Okay, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking
Give us
of,
your favourite
Just
line.
giving you a hint.
we usually do forget. To be honest.
Yeah, we do.
So shall I go ahead?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
favourite lines. And from episode 1, well, not episode 1, the first one we saw, was actually to show how Mando's becoming more invested in Grogu and more caring.
Yeah.
And he says, I think it was with the doorman, maybe, when they weren't allowed in, he said, "Wherever I go, he goes."
Yeah.
And I thought, ooh. And then when he went off to fight the dragon, he said to, yes, help me out here.
Cobb Vanth.
Cobb
Vanth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care of the child, which made us all think he was going to die because But I thought both of those lines were very indicative of how he's sort of changing from this little creature who he's just carting around, not knowing what to do with, is actually beginning to care for him.
Yeah.
He's now his mate.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that as a theme, I mean, I feel like that's the theme of particularly that first episode. No,
Yeah.
more so the second episode in
Yeah.
a way, but
Yeah.
both of these episodes to kick off season 2, because it had been like, well, I think for us in the UK, it was only about 8 months between
Until the
season
next
1
one.
and season 2. The US, for some reason, got it way before us. I remember spending about 3 months trying to avoid
Try and
spoilers.
avoid all the spoilers.
But yeah, I mean, in that time, it kind of brought us back into the world and reminded us where we left off with Mando. Yeah, he's gone through a massive transformation,
Massive
hasn't
shift. He's still not the best parent, though. Like, taking
No.
Grogu into a fight.
Yeah.
To see a fight first
No,
thing.
I didn't say I was a good Some of his decisions are very dodgy, but yeah, his heart's in the right place.
Yeah.
he? Yeah, he'll stand by Grogu whatever happens.
Yeah. Not so sure about Grogu here.
Yeah, well, perhaps we're seeing some of the results of this bad parenting in Grogu's behaviour, which we'll most definitely
talk
get to. Yeah, I think what we usually do, Mum, as you know, as a regular listener, is we kind of go through and not necessarily scene by scene, but talk our way through each episode one at a time. We're still figuring it out, this episodic approach, having just got used to breaking down entire
Just
films.
used to films, yeah. It's a slightly different thing doing this.
Especially 2 episodes in one episode is quite interesting. But yeah.
2 different storylines.
Before we get going, dear listener, if you want to follow us on any of our socials, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Sisters of the Force Pod. We're also on Blue Sky, Sisters of the Force. Get on Blue Sky! See ya, get on Blue Sky.
Oh, yeah, that was aimed specifically at me.
Blue Sky's got such a
I need to
beautiful
get on Blue
community of Star Wars lovers and podcasters, and it's just a really nice space to be. Big shout out to all the Star Wars podcasting Blue Sky collective. And you can also follow us on YouTube and all of the regular platforms. You can come and find us.
And talk to us.
Yeah. Send us messages,
talk to
comment
us.
on our posts and things. We love to chat with you. Cool.
Lush. All right. So my first note that I made this morning
When you watched it.
when I watched it this morning.
About an hour or two ago.
About an hour or two ago. My first note for the first episode was, spooky place.
It's very spooky.
So is this the unknown place?
Yeah. Mum, you asked us just before we started recording
Yeah.
where it was.
Because the very first part of the episode, I completely forgot to take notes. I was immediately involved in the programme. And
Excellent.
and I've written one or two things. I'm thinking, what the heck is that all about? But anyway,
Just scribbling a word down.
I was sort of thinking more of when the fighting began. And it actually sort of reinforces what we've been saying about Mandalorian's attitude towards Grogu, because one of the first things he does was push the little thingy
Pram thing, yeah.
yeah, that the pod in fact, pushes him away. It looked almost vicious because he's pushed so hard to push him well out of the way of danger. And before he started killing people. So
Yeah. He is at least looking, and Grogu has got his own little like emergency pod closing button, hasn't he?
I think he may have actually done that, and then
it sort of snaps shut.
he gets pushed away.
So at this point, we don't really know where this is, as far as I could tell. I did a bit of research because I thought I should know. There is speculation online that it could be Nar Shudder, which is the planet where the Hutts are kind of from or based, which I don't think we've ever seen. We've seen it in animation. I think it's in the Bad Batch, and it's obviously one of these like criminal underworld planets probably in the Outer Rim. There are many, many of those, but it's nice to see a bit of that kind of like really run down.
Yeah.
I think when we've seen
great.
kind of like criminal places, it's often quite neon-y, like we were talking about. I think in
Solo.
Yeah, and in Attack of the Clones as well, that kind of like lower levels of Coruscant vibe.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so this one-eyed man who
Cyclops.
I was quite interested in, but unfortunately didn't last very long. But I did say to you about what his name was. We didn't seem to know anything.
Yeah, he's Gor Koresh.
Gor Koresh.
Yeah, he's whizzed by. He does get mentioned a couple of times by name. Yeah, I don't know. I meant to look up what race he is.
Cyclops.
Yeah, he's basically a Star Wars Cyclops.
Yeah, maybe. He might have just been a one-off or...
Yeah. Some weird surgery.
Some strange thing.
Yeah. I loved all the graffiti in the streets. There was all sorts of stuff. It's like Easter egg central, I expect. I did notice there is some graffiti about droids. And there is something that I think is mentioned in the Aftermath books, but it certainly has been mentioned somewhere. There's an organisation called the Droid Gutra, which is like a kind of... We did mention it, I think, in an early episode. It might have been with Keshan, where some droids decided to rebel against the concept of droid servitude. So it's like breaking the shackles of being a droid. And they've become a kind of an organisation or a guild type thing of their own.
Okay.
And I think there's an uprising in the aftermath of the fall of the Empire, which is where we are. We're only 5 years after the Empire's fallen.
I forgot to read the graffiti. I was too busy watching Grogu's face, because that's kind of where we get the spooky vibes from.
Yeah.
He's reacting to the whole thing.
The only reason I'm drawing attention to the Droid Gutra graffiti in particular is because, even more confusingly, Koresh at some point says, "By the Gutra." I think when Mando's got him hanging upside down and he's shouting out in desperation. And does he mean the Droid Gutra? And what is he saying that for? It's kind of weird.
Whoa.
So whether this
deep
planet is kind of under the Droid Gutra, I don't know. We didn't see any droids, I don't think.
No.
On the club or anything. So interesting aliens that also didn't last very long. Yeah, I'd completely forgotten this scene exists, to be honest, because obviously the episode is so focused on the Crate Dragon storyline.
Yeah. That beginning bit kind of gets a bit lost.
Yeah.
There is that moment where Grogu clearly knows what's going on and he goes and touches his little button to me.
Yeah. I love that.
Put him back in his little egg thing.
Yeah.
That's the first time we've seen him do it himself. Normally other people do it for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I guess he's picking up all these things as they go along and realising what he can do. So
figuring it out. I think there's a shot of Mando about to trigger his whistling birds.
Yeah, he gets the whistling birds out and Grogu's
and I think Grogu's in the background watching, he knows the whistling birds now. We all do. We're all like, we are Grogu in that moment. Like, it's all going to go horribly wrong here.
But then it all gets really, really brutal. Like that stringing up by the ankles and leaving to the scary monsters.
That's really horrible. Yeah, there are some very sort of vicious moments in between all the cuteness and
bonding. Yeah, it reminded me of the very beginning of season 1, episode 1, where he cuts the Quarren in half in the irising doors on the ice planet. And so I think it is. Yeah, it's like we're getting two sides of Mando's personality. But
I guess that's inevitable. He's having to look after not just himself now.
Yeah,
he's got somebody else to think about, and that's the way you deal with it. If you don't deal with it quickly, then it's going to happen to you. So I don't think anybody was planning to be particularly nice to Mando.
That's true.
And to be fair, he's very much on a mission. He's been given this task by the armourer to take Grogu to his people, whoever they may be.
Yeah.
And all of this is a kind of long-winded version of like how he's going to get there. And he'll do whatever it takes. As the more we see of Mando and Grogu as a kind of companionship, we know that Mando will do whatever it takes. And that means some of his less fatherly behaviours.
I think it's the way of the world at that point as well. That
definitely,
it wasn't just him. Wherever you go, there are things being done to other people.
Yeah, we see multiple signs of that, like in the aftermath of the Empire, where we've got this lawless planet, whatever's going on here with like Gamorreans fighting for money and everything.
Yeah.
But also later on with Cobb Vanth telling his story of the mining guild and all of that. It's like we're seeing those kind of unsettled things, which is why I love the Aftermath trilogy, because we have all these little interlude chapters which paint this picture of unsettled galactic conflict still.
Sure.
It's not the peaceful idyll that the New Republic is supposed to be.
Right. So my next note, instantly after the kind of commenting on the brutal death, is yay Pelly.
Yay! I just read Pelly. It's just like the joy of seeing Pelly again.
She's back.
I can't get enough of her.
Yeah, she is amazing.
Fair play to Amy Sedaris. She's made that character. I mean, I'm sure it's a brilliantly written character, but she is such a versatile actor when you look at the different things that she's in and the different characters that she plays. And this is such a specific character. Yeah. It's so funny and it's so Star Wars and it's just...
Yeah, it can't just be in the writing. Her attitude towards the droids and relationship. How can you have a relationship with the droids? But she obviously does. And,
I'm intrigued to see how much they write for her now. Like... Originally, when they wrote the first episode that she was in, they were just writing this new character and we'll see who plays it and how she's going to play it. And now they know her. Like, were they leaning into... I'm sure by Book of Boba Fett episode 5, where she's back again, and by then she's even more Pelly. And it's a very Pelly-centric episode. She's in it for the whole thing, pretty much, which is amazing.
And also Grogu, too, is sort of... I think has clicked that she's a real softie.
And, he can walk all over her.
And just the way he looks at her. Just think, you know.
The pit droids are proving Mando right. I thought that was quite funny that straight away they're wrecking the ship.
I did have a question about there's one of these other types of droids that we've seen a few times. What are they? The big square ones that just kind of...
Oh, power droids.
Are they power droids?
They're also called gonk droids. Gonk droids. They do come in some different shapes and sizes, but most often they're like,
they make a really cool sound.
Yeah.
They just...
I mean, they're called gonk droids because originally we see them on the Jawa Sandcrawler in A New Hope. And he goes, gonk, gonk, as it walks along. Since then, we have heard them make a few different noises. Yeah. There's a great one in Bad Batch, which is part of the crew of their ship. And Wrecker has, he's got a sort of special relationship with it. He's often doing like weight training with it. Really fun. Yeah, and she's got R5D4.
Yeah, we've seen him before.
Yeah, he's now a Star Wars celebrity.
Yeah.
I did get a trifle confused at the beginning of the when Mando was sent by the armourer.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how she knew where Mando should go to take Grogu. It just didn't feel like...
I can't remember whether she specifically said Tatooine to him.
Yeah, I think she did. I think...
Gor Koresh
tells him to go to
Tatooine.
Oh, right.
But he goes there looking for another Mandalorian.
Oh, so that explains my notes then. Yeah. I thought I got them out of order, but no, I can see now.
No, you're in order.
But now you've said that, it's made me think, is there a clue as to where that place where Gor Koresh was in what the armourer says at the end of season 1? I can't remember what
We'll just have to watch it again.
Oh, no.
What a shame.
I don't mind watching that again.
Yeah, it is a bit tricky to keep track of throughout this whole season, because this whole season is like a series of side quests trying to find
new characters and
and like how each one leads to the next. And it is a bit of a treasure hunt kind of thing.
Yeah, because really this episode doesn't really begin until they get there.
Yeah, until he gets to Tatooine. Well, until he rides off into Mos Pelgo.
Yeah.
Which Melipotto?
Penimotto
refers to it as Mos Pelgo when she shows it him on the map and says it sort of doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you mentioned it, but Cobb Vanth has renamed it Freetown, I think. Did they mention Freetown? I'm sure it's mentioned somewhere. Yeah. Spoiler alert, Mando goes back there in future episodes. So maybe that's where we get Freetown.
Maybe it's Freetown later on.
Yeah, I think it's the idea is that after the mining guild were kind of evicted, then they renamed it Freetown as a sort of symbol. But yeah.
We've got some weird little creatures in the foreground
shots.
Yay!
Did you notice that? We've been following shots where they're like establishing shots of a place.
Oh, yeah.
And there'll be the little creatures.
Dude, I don't know what they are.
I've called them kangaroo mice.
Yes. I was just going to say, I've got no idea what to refer to them as.
I thought they could be womp rats.
Yeah.
Because they were mentioned.
Yeah.
Or who called Grogu?
Paley Motto.
Yes, that was her pet name. So
Yellow Womp Rat. And we've heard about them in various they're mentioned in A New Hope.
But haven't we heard that they're like 2 foot long in A New Hope?
They're not much bigger than 2 meters.
2 meters.
I think is what Luke says.
That's what Luke says about it, yeah.
Spoiler alert. We do get to see a Womp Rat in
the
docking bay, I think.
Okay.
There's one there, whether we see it or not, I can't remember. We'll find out. Watch this space.
I obviously don't pay quite enough detailed attention.
Well, to be fair, that episode we're talking about is full of details and little things to notice. And this ride into, I'm going to keep calling it Freetown, Mos Pelgo, Freetown,
whichever one. Yeah.
It's so spaghetti western.
It is, yeah.
It's just like...
As is that whole standoff, really, the whole sequence.
Yeah, going into the bar, like the barman, and then Cobb Vanth's entry, which Cobb Vanth is a niche character, or at least he was. He, again, is from the Aftermath books, and all the readers of the Aftermath books leapt off their sofas collectively when this episode first aired. Yeah, we were like... Mos Pelgo, really? Surely not. And then the way they shoot that entrance, the barman says you can ask him, he's right there. And the camera sort of tracks past Mando and he's standing with the backlit thing, with the armour on. Yeah. What a guy. Perfect casting as well, I think. Timothy Oliphant is so good as that kind of... slightly gnarly, but well-to-do sheriff or marshal, as he's called.
And then I did write that there was a very convenient crate dragon attack during that standoff because it was all getting a little bit tense.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that was a little bit contrived.
Yeah. Bit convenient.
Get that armour off now. Oh, there's a dragon.
Who would have won? I mean... Surely Mando would have won.
Probably Mando.
A shootout between the two of them.
Possibly.
Convenient for Cobb Vanth that there was a dragon attack.
Yeah. And the dragon, it's quite terrifying.
It is really scary. I had that it was quite scary.
It reminds me of a film. There's a film in the 80s, I think it was, called Critters. And I think there was a Critters 2 and a Critters 3.
Yeah.
And the creatures I can't remember much about it, but there was this thing of like tunneling under the sand in the desert in a very similar way.
Okay.
Not quite on the scale of this.
Not quite this giant.
Yeah.
I like the way it swims though.
Yeah.
To swim through the sand.
Yeah. Very quickly, as we find out later on.
Yeah.
I found the yak a little scary. So like you're thinking, oh look, there's a huge, enormous yak. Oh my God, no, there's an even huge enormous dragon going to swallow it. And that was quite shocking.
It was shocking. I mean, we've only ever seen the banthas, the yak things, as like Tusken Raider mounts.
Yeah.
And so we've seen them on Tatooine, so it wasn't too unusual. But to see one sort of like in a domesticated, like human settlement essentially is quite interesting.
I obviously don't pay enough careful attention to the names.
Sorry,
they look like a yak to me.
They do look like yaks.
You don't get bogged down with the details like I do, sadly, which is good for you.
Yeah.
Especially if it was only going to get swallowed up anyway.
Yeah. I went on a bantha deep dive this morning.
Did you?
I did, because I love a bantha. I was quite upset at so many of them being eaten and lost this episode.
So did you find out anything you didn't know?
I did. I wanted to know what the sound was, the sound that they made.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to know how they made it. So it was originally, it's such a nice sound, but it's a bear slowed down.
Oh, slowed down, wow.
Yeah. So it's the sound of a bear, but slowed down loads. And it was originally going to be part of, they got the bear sounds to originally be part of Chewbacca's sound design.
Yeah.
But then they didn't, they used it for the bantha instead.
That's really interesting, right?
Yeah.
You've got my brain running at a million miles an hour, because in 1998-ish, I made a drum and bass track and I sampled the moment in A New Hope when we see some Tusken Raiders like leap onto the back of a bantha and ride off.
Yeah.
And there's a brilliant bit of orchestration which goes and then a bantha roars. And I sampled the whole thing of the orchestration and the roar. And I pitched it either up or down to fit the drum and bass tempo, and I can't remember which way I went, because I may have taken it back
to being
the original bear pitch.
That's incredible. My other amazing bantha fact. Do you know about who played the original bantha?
I do, but tell us.
I was very excited about this. Do you know about the original bantha?
No, I do not.
So the original bantha was played by an elephant.
In 1977.
They dressed an elephant up.
Elephants in the desert.
Oh my gosh.
Which, I mean, but how else?
Yeah.
Like, we need to see Tusken Raiders
yeah.
leap on the back and ride one.
Yeah. So they dressed an elephant up as a bantha. And her name was Margie. She was an Asian elephant.
So famous elephant, obviously.
And she kept taking the costume off because it was too hot.
Oh, bless.
Why she's in Tunisia.
Yeah. So
she didn't really have to get eaten, though, did she?
No.
We didn't see any banthas harmed in
the first one. And in A New Hope, no banthas were harmed. But,
oh, dear.
But yeah, apparently it was a nightmare to film because she kept shrugging the costume off.
Oh,
but I like that very quickly after this, the shot of Grogu hiding in the pot. And then it was like immediately lightened the atmosphere. So all this horror going on, there's this little ear sticking out.
I'd forgotten that. Such a funny shot.
Oh dear.
We do get some more Western tropes. Cobb Vanth saying, "What brings you here, stranger?"
Oh, yeah.
And Spotchka, 2 snorts.
Yeah. Also a great line. My next set of notes is all about great side quest proposition, more side questing.
Yeah, I loved all the flashback like lore stuff about Mos Pelgo and the mining guild, and as we were saying earlier on, how it sort of shows the galaxy in turmoil and that these little pockets of innocent, communities
People getting
and stuff.
caught up in it. Yeah.
I don't think the mining guild is particularly a criminal organisation like the Hutt cartel or anything like that, but they are obviously doing some pretty
not so good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because they could, I guess.
Yeah.
Without...
Power vacuum, innit? So they're just swooping in.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with somebody about this the other day. It might have been us talking after we'd watched it about how the Empire, for all their awful Nazism, they did do some of that like order in the galaxy, and maybe some of that was good. Like Mos Pelgo was maybe a safer place
than it was,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Possibly not.
Hard to say.
I find it quite hilarious that having watched 2 episodes straight off pretty much, and then we sit down and have a conversation about what happened.
Yeah.
We're not obsessed at all.
It was probably a good hour. Mostly because my partner's here and she's not a massive Star Wars fan. It's got to be said. And so we I encouraged her to watch a couple of episodes of Mando with us because we had to prep for the podcast. So she's now been introduced to Mando, and obviously that led to a massive conversation because she wrote down lots of questions of her own.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's very difficult when you haven't had like the whole prequels and the lead up and seeing a series already, and there's so many. I find it quite tricky following it all. I have to put my knitting down.
Oh my gosh. Mum is the original Star Wars knitter. I was going to wear my knitted Jedi symbol jumper today.
Excellent.
But maybe we'll put that on socials.
Put that on there.
Hand knitted by my mum, who is nearly as big of a Star Wars nut as I am.
I've become more of a Star Wars fan, I think, since all these new programmes.
Disney
so
Plus
interesting.
has definitely, it's given us like a regular contact with Star Wars that we wouldn't have had before. Other than me pushing my luck on how many times we can watch the film.
How many times can we watch this film? Nice.
There's a very lovely community aspect to Mos Pelgo. I think it's in the flashbacks that we see. No, it's straight after the dragon kind
Attacks,
of visitation. We see all the townspeople putting
the town back together. Yeah.
Well, they're sort of learning to live with it, really, aren't they? I suppose they almost abandoned hope of being able to get rid of it, and so they just have to live with it and work around it.
I guess that sort of feeds into the deal that the town has to make with Mando, and then even more so with the Tuscans. That they've got to agree, because it's like they say, it's only a matter of time before
it's going to eat you all.
The dragon's going to start.
It will eat all of you.
Chomping.
I think it was a sort of nice touch, because Mando and Cobb Vanth were at odds with each other, and Mando's obviously furious that he'd got the armour and was trying to get it off him. But then they obviously had to agree to work together. And what a concept that is. Look, there's this massive, massive problem. Let's fight about it. Oh no, let's not fight about it. Let's work together and try and get rid of it.
Oh my gosh. We love a Star Wars parallel. And I'm sure in the world in 2025 there's many. Oh dear.
Well, and then of course Tusken Raiders as well is another aspect.
Definitely.
That they knew they had to work together and, actually work. So
seeing that their little mini side quest, side quest of going to get the Tuskens, and Mando showing his like affinity with the Tusken people, and he's obviously experienced, like he knows how to deal with the dogs. And he knows about the black melon, you've got to drink the horrible black melon. Which, to be frank, looked pretty horrific.
It does look pretty horrific.
Like spores coming off of it when they break it open.
This is the moment that had my favourite shot in this episode.
Oh, wow.
And it's just a really, really tiny throwaway shot, but as they pan over to the fire where the Tuskens and Mando and Cobb are all sitting, there is a Tusken in the foreground brushing a bantha's teeth.
Oh, yes!
So,
it is those little touches. It must have been very complicated.
Was he brushing or was he sharpening?
I think it looked like a brush to me. It looked very much like a polishy thing. Brushing the bantha's teeth.
I love that they really care for the... I mean, they obviously live in, like, community with creatures, don't they? Because they've got the mastiffs, which presumably help them hunt or something like that. And then the beasts of burden that carry them across the Dune Seas.
There was a line, I can't remember exactly who it was who said it, but which is why I couldn't have it for my favourite line, but because they were all sort of debating about well, I think they found the Sarlacc cave and obviously have tried to get rid of it.
Get it before,
And somebody said, we might be open to some fresh ideas.
Mando, after one of them gets eaten.
That's a hilarious beat. I think Mando translates it to Cobb.
That's right.
It's so
and it's also deadpan. Serious. Yes, you might be.
I love Mando's description of the Tuskens, and I think this sort of helps us to understand about the Tuscans a little more. We've been talking about this in earlier episodes of the podcast where we're finding out more about the Tuscans and our perspective of them has changed so much.
Yeah.
But he says, I know these people, they're brutal, but so is the Dune Sea. I think that's like a really...
They're brutal people, but they live in brutal conditions.
Yeah, they've been pushed into these brutal conditions in a way,
And we also have that when Cobb's refusing to drink the sporty thing.
Yeah.
And Mando says, well, you stole their water.
Yeah.
Translates that they've stolen.
Yeah.
You took the water, so this is what they drink.
Absolutely. Mando's very much a peacekeeper.
Yeah.
In this whole situation with the townspeople, and he does quite a good job of sort of being a diplomat.
Yeah,
it is quite political, really, because it's not just all, bam, bam, shoot 'em up sort of thing. It's, there's much more to it than that.
Yeah.
I guess like the backbone of it is that they've got to take out the Great Dragon, but it's the getting there, like you say, the kind of forming of an uneasy alliance, I wrote down.
It's very uneasy, isn't it?
You absolutely know what the end result's got to be, but the way they get there is interesting,
We don't know a massive amount about the Sarlacc. I think there is more about it in sort of expanded, maybe the literary side of Star Wars.
Yeah.
But the only Sarlacc we've seen in live action has been in Return of the Jedi, which is the pit that Boba Fett gets thrown into. And there's a theme of Boba Fett throughout this whole episode, of course, because Cobb's wearing
his armour.
The thing. But I love the fact that we sort of get the Sarlacc mentioned, and it's probably a different Sarlacc, with the sort of, the damage to the armour is, I think it's sort of emphasised a little bit. We get some shots of the armour and the helmet, particularly with the sort of acid burn marks on it to sort of show you what the Sarlacc has done, which has obviously got us thinking all the way through the episode. It's like, what happened to Boba Fett? How did this armour get outside of the Sarlacc after Boba Fett was eaten and presumably killed?
Presumably eaten.
No one ever really dies.
Inverted commas.
Maybe in season 6 of The Mandalorian we'll get that bantha returning that we thought we'd lost.
Yeah, but they blew one of those banthas up.
True, yeah.
There was definitely a lot of explosives on that
Speaking of, the journey back to the Sarlacc with the townspeople from Mos Pelga and the Tuscans, everybody coming together and seeing the bantha, carrying the explosives.
Carrying all the explosives.
Horrific.
Awful. That's no way to treat a bantha.
Yeah, knowing that your plan is to blow it up.
You're going to blow it up, yeah. That was going to be my other favourite line, actually, was when Cobb Vanth says, there's no such thing as an empty Sarlacc pit. And Mando goes, there is if you eat the Sarlacc.
I noticed Mando leaves Grogu without even considering him, just go away and stay safe, and goes off to attack. And there he is. This massive creature.
There he is, massive thing.
There he is, so good. We've spotted him at last.
There's a brilliant montage with Jon Favreau again. We didn't say at the beginning actually that Jon Favreau is directing this episode, and we've already observed many times
many a montage.
He loves a montage, and it's like Mando explaining the plan is the voiceover to the montage, and as he's explaining it, we're seeing them burying the charges and luring the dragon out. It's so good.
I also noticed too, it was only a tiny little shot of when they were doing all this, and he goes off and leaves Grogu, and Grogu's ears flatten down, and you can just see the concern in his face. And I thought that was really good, because Grogu quite often seems to just distance himself from whatever's going on, but with that he was obviously concerned, which is a little bit worrying, because normally it's like, they'll be fine,
they'll be all right.
But he's obviously a bit worried there.
A bit worried.
I noticed that there's a nice little moment Cobb has, which is almost like a parallel with Mando and the child. A girl comes and hands a detonator control thing to Cobb, and he speaks to her specifically and calls her by name, and like he's very fatherly towards her in the same way, which is a really nice kind of parallel.
Yeah. Am I misremembering this because I forgot to check for it this time round, but I saw it the first time round a couple of weeks ago? But there's one of those focus pull dolly shots.
Yes.
It's a dolly shot. Yes.
Yeah, I wrote that down on Cobb as the dragon appears. I don't know why they chose to do that on Cobb, on him. Except Timothy Oliphant is quite easy on the eye. And any excuse for a shot.
Dramatic shot.
It's quite it's quite a weird one. It's kind of a medium shot of him.
Yeah.
And I think it's just in the drama of it all, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you will have heard that episode yet. Remember,
It's not come out.
No, it's not been out yet because of our pre-recording schedule. Spoiler alert, it's not
Spoiler
live.
alert.
And by the way, we should have said this at the beginning of the episode. We're
I nearly
recording
did.
in person.
We're in the same room.
Yeah, in the same room.
All three of us. It's
Eye
wild.
contact.
So different. The Azoli shot. Mum, you'd probably know about this from our film making
I do indeed.
antics. We've
About dolly
made
shot, yeah.
many films together over the years. And it's where you are tracking in on the dolly on a person. So the camera's moving towards the subject, but at the same time you're zooming out.
On the camera.
Or vice versa. And normally when you're zooming, it's making the thing appear nearer or further. So you're basically going the opposite way to what the lens is doing.
Yeah.
And it does this amazing thing where the background kind of parallaxes and appears to expand or contract.
Yeah.
It's often used in horror movies.
Yeah,
Kind of like the moment where the poor victim.
Yeah. But it was our last episode.
I think it might have been, yeah.
JP brought it up and we're now tracking that as well.
Yeah, looking out for Zolly shots.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a classic one in The Shining. I think
Yes.
that's like the
Yeah.
where we see the twins in the
Yeah,
hotel
yeah.
corridor, because hotel corridors are
yeah,
like
yeah.
Quite
lend
narrow.
themselves to
Yeah.
that kind of shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
We get another dank ferric,
Yes.
Mando's favourite curse word, or curse words.
I noticed that, and I also wrote, we're almost overusing womp rats now in this episode, because they've been referenced so many times in this one episode. Like, this is an overuse.
Well, my sort of final really observation after all the horror and what went on was that Grogu didn't actually get very involved in this. There was none of his little sneaky hand movements and help, especially as Mando is in imminent
Dire danger.
Yeah.
He didn't really get involved at all. I kept thinking, in a minute.
Yeah.
he's going to,
But of course,
That is interesting, yeah. Maybe he's just keeping his energy in reserve, and possibly he saw the Great Dragon.
and went absolutely not.
Yeah.
dare I say, Grogu was fine. He was safe in his little pod, and everything was good. So don't get involved. Let's keep out of
Just
it.
leave it.
Mando will sort it, honestly.
Yeah.
Mando will deal with it.
Yeah.
We're all good. And then my last two notes on this was, I'm not liking all the bantha cruelty.
It was not a good episode
No,
for
it
Banthas
was-
generally.
It was a bit hard on stomach turning.
I'm wondering what they used to do the Banthas now then.
Well, they're not using elephants anymore, hopefully.
No, I think there was a
Not
thing
real
where they
ones,
weren't
anyway.
going to use elephants anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's a combination of CGI and there were definitely
Puppets.
some puppets, yeah. Like the toothbrushing one.
Yeah.
100%.
Giant puppet ones.
Yeah,
But
they've
then-
got quite a bit of close-in bantha stuff in this.
Yeah.
So they must have made a couple of,
Made some big
big
contraptions. Yeah.
Oh, I love a big puppet.
I
It's
love
very
a big
Star Wars.
puppet. So now Cobb Vanth upholds his end of the deal. Mando's got Boba Fett's armour.
Yeah.
And a steak to take away.
Yeah. A giant piece of dragon meat.
Before we finish the kind of face-off with the Great Dragons,
Oh, yeah.
I love that we hear the Tuscans' whole range of vocalizations through the
Yeah.
episode. And when they're in conversation, they use like a sort of softer version of their cry.
Yeah.
And it just got more and more escalated as the episode went on, obviously, as the stakes got higher. And then in the final bit where the dragon is absolutely going wild, they're using their full-on guttural war cry thing.
Yeah.
It was really good to like hear that
Hear all
kind
of
of range of
Yeah.
Tuscan voices. The thing I'd forgotten about was the speeder ride across the Dune Sea where
Oh, the pod racing
Yeah.
speeders. Yeah.
Cobb Vanth has got a part of a pod racer.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty much confirmed it's Anakin's.
It's Anakin's pod racer.
And if you listen, there's a couple of shots where he flies quite near and we hear,
You hear it,
the sound design. And I'm sure, because the beautiful thing about the pod race in Phantom Menace, as we've already discussed, is that each pod has its own sound design.
Yeah.
And I'm 100% sure it's Anakin's. Anakin's,
Sneaky.
which is another little
Easter egg.
You can't go to
It's like, yeah,
Tatooine.
it just definitely looks like Anakin's pod racer.
Yeah, totally. There's a reference to a game that I've never played called Knights of the Old Republic, and I apologise to all the deep Star Wars heads that listen to this podcast that I've not played Knights of the Old Republic. Maybe one day It does feel like it's a bit of a standard game that you've kind of got to play story-wise. The whole story with the Great Dragon and finding the pearl inside the Great Dragon is in the game, apparently.
It's in the game, okay.
So Jon Favreau was sort of clearly referencing that quite closely, which is not the first time he's referenced that game. And the game has been referenced in Andor as well. There's some big stuff in Andor Season 2 that refers to Knights of the Old Republic. And Lucasfilm have just announced a new game coming out called Fate of the Old Republic, which is apparently a kind of tie-in. Even though Knights of the Old Republic isn't officially canon, it's pre-Disney, Fate of the Old Republic is going to be, and there's a lot of speculation, as you can imagine, about what the story content of Fate of the Old Republic is going to be compared to Knight of the Old Republic. Ooh, we will find out.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Lush. And then we've got intrigue. My last note is intrigue.
Ooh.
Because we see the last shot is Boba.
The final
the
shot.
Mystery man.
Dun, dun.
I think we can kind of guess. Well, we all knew. Because it's clearly tomorrow. But like, Tamara? Oh gosh. Apologies. Yeah, we clearly recognise the actor, and it's a lovely finale to an episode that's had his presence, the presence of Boba,
the entire time.
I want my armour back.
Yeah. I did think it's now going to be further away from him, like at least when he knew where it was when Cobb Vanth had it.
I think he knows who's got it now. Like he's got a lead, I think.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of work in that one moment.
Yes.
Like he just turns and walks and we know exactly what's going on, which was phenomenal.
Great.
Amazing. I loved episode 1. What a start to a season.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's like a film. It's like a little mini movie.
Yeah.
Very cinematic. There was the thing of, which I forgot to wash out for again, where they changed the letterbox resolution. From 2.35 to 1 or whatever it is that they film in generally to give it that cinematic feel. But when the Great Dragon appears, we go into like this sort of almost like IMAX type thing where we expand the top and the bottom of the screen to show the scale of the IMAX.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if at the time whether it's the first show to do that, because not many people have done that, but it is becoming more of a technique to sort of change widen the aspect to show different things. Yeah. I mean, the aspect choice is a storytelling choice. Yeah. Always in a sort of geeky filmmakery way, which we love a bit of geeky filmmakery stuff.
That's the point.
Yeah. Very cool.
Lush.
Episode 2, or Chapter 10, we should
10.
say. Yeah, The Passenger.
I was wondering this. Did they only start referring to them as chapters once we got to season 2? Or were they chapters?
From day one, it was Chapter 1, yeah.
No,
but yeah, I love, I think, Stranger Things does chapters as well.
Yeah.
Although they reset their chapters each season.
Each time, yeah.
But I like that kind of literary motif of chapters.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
It's cool. My first note for this episode, this is The Passenger. And my first note is successful sneak attack.
Yeah. Yeah, who would have thought that Mando would be caught out?
By a rope.
Yeah, but the old rope speed bike trick, which we saw Ewoks pulling off, which admittedly Imperial Biker Scouts are probably not so cunning as Mando. There's a hell of a cinematic shot at the very beginning of Mando in the Tatooine wastes.
Yes.
And it's just like super widescreen, super impressive. So these three people, I put Teedo ?
Oh.
In The Force Awakens, Rey finds BB-8 in the desert on Jakku. Yeah. And she rescues BB-8 from what she refers to as a Teedo, riding that labyrinth-style puppet.
Oh, yeah.
You remember? And she
I remember that.
Cuts BB-8 down out of the net that he's got it in, and she says, oh, he's just Teedo. He doesn't care about anybody. And I read in some associated book that Teedo is the name for the race, and you call them all Teedo. They're all called Teedo. But I feel like that little alien looked a lot like a Teedo to me. Maybe we need to do a side-by-side.
Little delve into that.
Yeah, look out on our social media. I'll do a little side-by-side, and we can decide whether it's the same
where it is a Teedo
species.
Nice. Yeah, I was surprised that he got attacked so quickly, but then he did a very good jetpack attack back.
Amazing.
That's
use
quite
of
fun
the
to say. Jetpack attack back.
Jetpack attack back. Yeah, he does like a little remote control. Yeah, you can have this. It's fine. It's yours. Do what.
Do whatever you want. No.
And up he goes and down he falls. Yet another brutal murder in front of Grogu.
It is a brutal murder. Yeah. Grogu's witnessed too much.
Well, I think it does have an effect on him because, or at least I don't know that it directly affects him, but I think it's giving him permission to be a little more gruesome himself.
Yeah.
Because some of his...
That's quite dark, Mum.
some of his habits in this episode I found a little difficult.
Yeah.
And I think I changed my attitude towards Grogu from being a cute little sweetie to being actually not a very nice, selfish little monster.
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
a menace.
He is a menace.
It's like toddler on the scale of
Yeah.
a horror movie.
Not really understanding. Yeah.
I put somewhere at the beginning a shot through the glass, and it's when he was looking through the glass.
At the eggs. Yeah.
And his face was like, he'd got one thought on his mind.
You could call this whole episode Snacks,
Yeah.
but written in like a 1980s horror film font.
Yeah.
I think more than Snacks, I think greed
Yeah.
would be more to the point. Because it's always a bit strange, his feeding, because it depends where they are. If they're going to a bar or something, Mando can get him some food. But a lot of the time it's a bit random. And,
it's not going to be enough to sustain.
Still developing creature needs more regular
more,
meals.
It's a
So
growing
it's
creature.
easy to be critical about his eating habits. He's hungry.
He's hungry,
He needs to be fed.
Bless
If no
him.
one's going to feed him, he's going to do
gonna
it
do it
You
himself.
can eat
himself.
somebody's
Yeah.
legs.
It's going to steal someone's offspring.
There's a lovely music cue as Mando walks back to Mos Eisley, and there's some really majestic Western walking back to town trope
Yeah.
stuff with these sort of twangy guitars
Music, yeah.
and strings, and they love their big drums.
Yes.
I mean, I know in the Mando theme, Ludwig is playing his tom-tom dun, 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 dun
Yeah.
thing, but they use a lot of kind of like, I don't know, whether they're Japanese drums. I'm not
Taiko
sure.
drums.
Taiko drums, yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah. Sound like
Or
Taiko
it's
drums.
possibly custom-made drums.
Yeah.
I know there's a Native Instruments contact instrument for you music geeks
Yeah.
called Cinematic Hits, which are lots of those
it's got
types
lots of that kind of
percussion.
thing in it, yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it was some of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're used quite a lot through the show, and they're very mythical, which I think is intentional, and they fit really well with the Western Morricone style,
Yeah.
like guitars and strings.
You
type
love a
stuff.
giant drum.
Yeah.
Just before we meet the frog lady, we meet Dr. Mandible.
Yes.
I've actually written a note, Dr. Mandible, exclamation mark.
We did get a
He's
glimpse
great.
of him last time Mando was on Tatooine.
Yeah.
I think in Charman's Cantina again.
Yeah.
But this was like our proper...
Proper introduction to Dr. Mandible.
Yeah. And he's not a very good sabacc player, apparently. And Pelly is like the hustler
playing
of
it.
all hustlers.
Oh, that was going to be my favourite line was, "Stop crying, you'll rust."
Is it her that says, however, there's one more skank in the scud pie?
Yeah.
She does have some lovely expressions.
She does, and Amy Sedaris again. I've just got to shout her out. Again, her delivery of everything is just perfection.
She's great.
She has her own language.
Yeah.
Can we have a spin-off series?
Just for her.
Can we have Bryce Dallas Howard directing Amy
spin-off
Sedaris as Pelly and her antics?
Just on that.
How she
On the
like
pit
'cause
droids.
as you'll find out in the book of Boba Fett, there's a whole other arc of Bailey Milton that we don't know about involving Jawas and dates.
Okay.
I don't know if I do want that series.
I think she could do a little side business of a play group.
Yeah.
She's obviously has an affinity with
Small
Grogu
creatures,
and even the droids
Yeah.
that would translate quite well, I
little
think, to
nursery school.
childcare.
When she's translating Frog Lady and Mando says, she said all that, and Pelly says, I paraphrase.
Well, you need to do that, you see. It's definitely pointing in that direction.
So apparently Frog Lady, we still don't have a name for Frog Lady,
Lady.
other than Frog Lady.
Frog
I
Lady.
think she's named as in the art of the Mandalorian book.
Yeah.
the
That's
script.
what she's in all the credits and
Yeah.
in the subtitles, because I like to watch with the subtitles on, because then I find out what the characters are called.
You do. So she's Frog Lady in that as
Yeah.
well.
That's
Awesome.
a very good point, actually,
Yeah.
saying one I shall remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
I'm
on these
never sure
rewatches
what
we
they're
should, yeah. Yeah. You're always bugging me, Mum, to put subtitles on. But
Yeah. Can we just stop for a minute? I don't know who these
I
people
love
are.
a subtitle.
So also massive shout out again to Misty Rosas,
Yeah.
who plays Frog Lady. She
Yeah.
played Quill, now she's playing Frog Lady.
Yeah.
And an utterly different character.
Yeah.
Like her little movement nuances
Yeah.
of a mother. being
She's so sweet.
She's so good.
Yeah.
So good. And I really feel like Misty Rosas needs her own. I'd love to see her have like a character performance where we see her, because so far we've seen her in, very cleverly constructed animatronic masks and stuff. But she's an amazing
Physical
actor.
performer,
Yeah, I'd love to see her in something.
I just said that Frog Lady's lovely.
She
I like
is.
Frog Lady. And then it makes you, not so sure about Grogu when he's carelessly eating her
definitely.
spawn.
So much in this episode.
I found out that Frog Lady's race is called Querm Ribbit. Now, we know where Ribbit comes from, but I don't know where the Querm is. Querm. Querm?
Okay.
Querm.
Okay. I don't know about
Not sure.
No,
Whether there's a frog
doesn't
time.
mean anything
It
to
might be.
me.
Might be a Latin thing or something.
Need to ask Derry, he's up on his frogs.
Yeah. Derry may end up on this podcast at some
May end
point.
up on the
pretty
podcast at some
sure.
point, just to talk about frogs and frog races.
The music, whenever we see Grogu with the eggs,
Yeah.
is very misleading.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of this cutesy,
Yeah.
like synth, happy. It's quite Stranger Things happy.
Yeah.
A bit of 80s, like, beautiful synths. Dreamy. And, like, it's that shot that you mentioned, Mum, through the water, through the canister.
Yeah.
It does bring out a sort of sordid side for me, because he's aware of what these things are. I mean, it's
I think
not
he does
like
know, yeah.
he's just a toddler. He's 50 years old.
Yeah.
He knows what they are and what they're doing and why they're going. He's not, he's not stupid. But it doesn't make any difference.
He's got a lack of impulse control around
Yeah,
them.
absolutely.
But also, he eats frog. He'd probably eat Frog Lady if she was smaller.
Oh, definitely. Take a chunk out of her,
Yeah.
no problem.
I think the only reason he hasn't is because she's big. I just wrote he's a little git.
Well, yeah, my sentiments are there.
Oh, by the way, we can't leave Tatooine without talking about the steak.
No,
Oh.
I've actually got Grogu's appetite developing at the sight of the meat sizzling.
He loves the spit steak.
Yeah. He's watching it, isn't he?
There's that Treadwell droid who we've seen. There's some more Treadwell in the deleted scenes of A New Hope.
Yeah.
And they're just like, farming help droid
Yeah.
type thing. And it's responsible for turning the spit. So funny. Sorry, had to get that in.
Yeah, definitely. That's good.
Yes.
So Mando is on his way and it all goes horribly wrong in the form of Carson Tava and Trapper Wolf.
Yes.
We've already seen Trapper Wolf, but this is our intro to Carson Tava,
Yeah.
who is becoming a very important character in the Star Wars galaxy.
Yeah, we were talking about this last night.
Yeah, who sort of glues some of the stories together
Yeah.
as a sort of ranger of the New Republic out in the Outer Rim. He's amazing. We want him to have his own show as well.
Yeah. Bring him back. We like him.
Maybe not so much from this episode. We don't see an awful lot of him in this episode, but
No.
we do in episodes to come. And he's a really interesting character.
My note on all of that kind of exchange was we've got a lot of, I just called it the X-Wing bureaucracy section.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Are they just like busy cops looking
they're
for something
just
to
like,
do?
yeah, I don't even know. They're just like, they're making him follow protocols very like strictly and
Yeah.
not letting him get away with anything. But then they go through that like amazing chase
Oh,
through the clouds. But then like the sounds very much end up really pod racery for that whole chase.
yeah.
It doesn't sound like the ships anymore. It sounds very much like a pod race.
Interesting. I wonder if there's a different like sound design trick for X-Wings in atmosphere.
Yeah, and when the
Because when they're flying alongside him in space, we get that really nostalgic X-Wing
X-Wing
sound from A New
yeah.
Hope.
But it sounds completely different when they're on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they did that in The Force Awakens on Takodana when Black Squadron show up and we'll have to do a bit
Interesting. We
of
ought to do a
sound design
rewatch.
investigation.
Something that actually did occur to me, I think it was just before all that, was that Mando wanted to sleep and he wanted to rest. And he left Grogu. And I didn't actually see exactly where Grogu was when he left him. Did he secure him?
When he
or-
says
or-
nap time, He puts him in a hammock over the top of his bunk.
Oh, right.
So
yeah,
tiny
Mando's
little
little
hammock.
nook that he sleeps in.
I couldn't figure out where he was because I was thinking, good grief, while he's asleep.
No, he locks him in. He locks him away from the eggs.
Yes,
he
that's
him
what
in the pod.
I thought. He'd
Puts him in a hammock above him.
make sure he was safe.
It's really adorable that Mando sleeps in the bunk and Grogu's suspended
Sleeps in the
above
hammock
him.
above him, yeah.
They've got their little bunk beds.
Yeah, because he just picks him up and goes, nap time, and shoves him in. Shuts the door.
Nap time was a potential of my favourite line.
There's also a little bit I wanted to just also point out that I thought, because I don't think this has got anything to do with like the big picture, but I can't actually remember the exact moment. But I felt that Han Solo crept into Mando's brain for a bit. He turned quite sort of surly. The frog had spoken to him through the droid about and he said, not part of the deal.
Not part
and
of the
I
deal.
thought, that is very Han.
Yeah, that's very Solo-ish, isn't it?
Stick to the story. I'm getting paid for this, not this.
Not this. Yeah.
And it was just a little bit hard, I thought. So.
Deals off.
But not surprising. That's a bit of a task, isn't it? I think that was about the eggs and having to transport the frog. And
Yeah.
He wasn't too happy about it, was he?
No, he wasn't.
The frog lady managing to get Zero to work enough to...
Yeah.
But then the way that she talks through Zero is completely different to the way that Zero talks.
Yeah.
So Zero has got, when he was working,
he's
really monotone.
Yeah.
But when she's talking through him, there's loads of inflection in his voice. And there's like a lot more emotion in it. And that was quite
definitely a
interesting.
rewatch coming up.
Oh my gosh.
Because suddenly, because she's pleading with him at that point.
Yeah.
And Zero's voice it's got all of that in it.
Yeah.
Fair play to Richard Ayoade.
Yeah. But still with the kind of droid monotone, but there's loads more inflection.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like the fact that she can just hotwire it.
Yeah, she can hotwire a
defunct
droid. Yeah. Everyone's like, it's a peasant frog. No, she can hotwire a droid.
There's a little crash zoom. We've been sort of semi-tracking crash zooms or smash zooms. I'm not sure whether it's crash or smash zooms. I think either of the X-Wings in the clouds. Nice little effect. And the radio interference, another sound design note, I think it's after Mando's crashed, possibly, and we're hearing him listening in.
Yes, it is after he's crashed.
Yeah, and it's really messed up audio, as it would be in that situation. But the way they do the sound design is part analog and part digital, because often when you hear like bad interference in sci-fi, it's either one or the other. It's either classic white noise FM radio or AM radio style whistling and stuff, or it's digital glitch sounds. And to my ears, this had both. Which I love, because it like ties
That's clever.
the different sort of filmmaking worlds together. And okay, very geeky sound design.
That is geeky, but I like it.
Peyton Reed, who directed this, I noticed that he used fade to black a few times.
Yeah,
which
I
is
noticed
a really unusual in such a short episodic TV
thing
episode.
to use.
It gave you this sense of passing of time, particularly as they were flying from Tatooine to Trask via
Without the
sublight.
hyperdrive.
That would have taken weeks.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that was slightly used to sort of help us with the passing of time.
Yeah.
Because a fade to black definitely suggests another day,
Another time,
or another time,
Another,
kind of thing.
another bunch of time has passed.
And there's one there where he's crash landed and we kind of open back up again some time later, sort of thing. Mando's been very considerate looking after Frog Lady.
Yes.
He's trying to keep, find
Trying
something
to
to keep her warm and the eggs warm.
She's more concerned about the eggs. She wraps them in a blanket.
He seems to genuinely care, which again, it's sort of like these two contradictory things that you've been talking about, Mum, with his just very recently, where you were talking about with the sort of being very strict about his mercenary deal, but also genuinely worrying about Frog Lady.
Yes, I think this is probably for him is a bit of a new concept, because if you think of his upbringing, well, I think he probably just brought himself up.
He hasn't really been parented.
Well, I think he was brought up by the Mandalorians, and they're very close knit, and they only care about each other.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, but he didn't have his parents had gone.
Of course.
And so he was sort of working stuff out for himself all the time. That's what he's doing here a lot of the time, I'm sure. There's these contrasts of war and battle and fighting to be safe.
Yeah.
But then developing a caring side, obviously brought on by caring for Grogu. You can't look after a small creature for all that time and not develop some kind of, well, you can, but unlikely.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's obviously transferred to the frog. And they did spend quite a bit of time together, I imagine.
Yeah. In that sublight journey. And
Yeah.
Frog Lady's very amenable person, I feel like.
Yeah.
She'd bring
She's
out the
very
best
sweet.
in Mando.
Yeah, well, she's probably quite grateful to him for what he's doing. Although, yeah, obviously it's a job and he's being paid for it, but even so.
I like how he's also trying to keep the Grogu secret of the egg eating.
The egg eating.
Away
Yeah.
Frog Lady, just to save
Yeah.
her the worry, even though she probably knows how many eggs there were.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I thought. Like, how many
I
has he
thought
had?
she's going to come out
She's
and
definitely
say
counted
there
them.
should be so many.
There's that hilarious line, which was going to be, it's a two-part line, really, where Mando says, "How many did you eat?" And Grogu burps.
Yeah.
So, and he knows, that's what I say, he knows he shouldn't,
knows what
he
he's
shouldn't be
doing,
having
yeah.
them. So,
Yeah.
I had a question because Mando's trying to fix the Razor Crest
Yeah.
and Grogu comes and is babbling at him, but Grogu's voice has now changed.
Ooh.
So before, mostly we hear Grogu as like baby sounds.
Baby noises, yeah.
But he actually starts babbling and he starts speaking a little bit like babies babble.
Yeah.
But his voice is completely different and it now sounds like more languagey
Interesting.
than anything else. And he's making completely different sounds. And it's when he's trying to tell him that the Frog Lady's gone, basically.
So you mentioned, I think in the last episode,
Yeah.
about the origin of Grogu's baby.
It's all animated baby noises. Like, I've heard those sounds so many times in
So they're
animated
like
films.
pre-existing library baby sounds.
Yeah. But then suddenly they're not.
Because this is a specific moment, maybe.
Yeah.
But like, there aren't library baby sounds of a baby saying, "Mando, come here."
Come here, yeah.
Frog Lady's vanished.
Yeah.
Interesting. So they've probably got a voice actor or...
They've got something going on there. I don't know what it is. But
interesting.
I just noticed that it had completely changed. And it does go back to the baby sounds and the baby babbling. But it's like, I don't know. If they'd pitched up what they had, it would have matched better.
Wow.
But they didn't. And so he's got a lower voice when he's trying to talk.
well, that might be.
Might be that he's trying to just...
your
He's
voice
aging.
is broken. It takes a while
Yeah,
to actually properly break, and maybe he sort of reverts back.
He reverts back,
I wanted to know how Frog Lady knew she was going to find a warm water bath all through that cave, because that was a very rash move to carry those eggs and trot off through the
Cannons is quite a long way.
and then
isn't it?
end up in this lovely warm water bath. And how would she have known that?
Maybe
Maybe
she
had
must
an
have sensed
instinct.
it.
Yeah, amphibian
felt
senses.
it.
Yeah, maybe.
Could be, yeah.
Might have been a bit of a steam outlet or something.
Yeah. I love that she found that, though, like the little hot spa.
Yeah.
And so cute with the eggs just floating in the water until Grogu turns up. And...
Yeah.
I actually, the first time I watched it, I think we've probably watched it a couple of times, but whenever there's a spider on the screen, I just hide and and don't look at it and wait
Neither
for
of
that
us
bit's
like
finished.
spiders.
Tell me when I can look. But because I'm doing this today, I wanted to make sure I'd actually watched it, so forced myself to the horror of a zillion spiders. I found that absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Because although they weren't particularly realistic spiders that we see,
they're still
their
horrifying.
movement and their crawliness and
scuttling.
the
They're
way,
modelled on
and when
spiders,
they
aren't they?
died, how they sort of scrunched up.
Yeah.
And
The legs
to
rolled
go
up.
for Mando to have a gun and or whatever it was, some kind of blaster, having to kill all those creatures to survive, that was really horrific.
It is horrific.
And I do find the whole thing about The Mandalorian is it goes from funny and cute to horrific and murderous in like seconds. So you're all the time having to jump with your feelings to take in what's happening.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah, you do have to accommodate all sorts of emotions.
Sorts of stuff. I wondered if Grogu set them off because they felt threatened after he'd eaten one of them.
Oh, I'm sure that's what it was.
It must be
yeah.
too much of a coincidence.
Yeah. I mean, I found the smaller spiders in massive quantities worse really than the whole
big one.
Because that's just another monster to kill off. But all
yeah.
these little ones to sort of horrid.
Horrific, isn't it? I went. We're in Shelob's lair now. It's very Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it reminded me of that. With the cobwebs and stuff.
Yeah.
These spiders are across the Star Wars galaxy.
Are they?
They appear in different places.
Oh.
I can't remember what they're called, knobby white snow spiders or ice spiders or something like that. We see them a lot in Rebels on the planet where the Rebels team set up Chopper Base, which is in about season 3, and they kind of stay there for quite a while.
Okay.
And they quickly discover almost identical spiders with the tall bodies.
Yeah.
And they're, again, very difficult to
kill off.
So they develop a way of like blocking them from coming into the base.
Okay.
Apparently they don't like radio transmissions or something like that, and they make like a kind of a web of transmitters around the base, and it stops them coming through. They'll like come up to the perimeter and just stand there watching.
But they have almost got a relationship in Rebels.
Yeah.
With
Kanan and Ezra,
yeah. Kanan's got a way of diverting.
No, that's fine.
We do it.
It's all the connections. We love it.
He's got this way with them that he understands them.
Yeah.
And he was trying to persuade
Ezra,
to back off and not antagonise them.
Well, I think it's the other way round. I think it's Ezra, because Ezra's got that like connection with animals, like he connects with the Purgils and the Lothcats. And
maybe. I don't know. I just thought in that instance that he'd been with them for some time before Ezra came along, and I think he was trying to. I can't remember specifically.
We need to rewatch
Too much. We have to watch Rebels again.
Yeah, that's true. There is that.
2029, we'll get around to it.
Whichever one it is, it's through the Force. Like they're using the Force to communicate, because the Bendu is on that planet as well, and the Bendu is Tom Baker. He's like got some kind of link with them, and so there's a Force thing, which is interesting that Grogu could have potentially.
Well, he was eating them,
but
wasn't he?
He was eating them, yeah. He didn't. Like Ezra sees any Star Wars creature as a potential friend, ally, Force connection. Yeah. As kind of one of his gifts as a Force user. But Grogu is clearly not.
Grogu's not there. No, he's eating them.
With all that going on, and then we finally have a bit of a resolve. Yeah. And I wrote, was Grogu feeling guilty as he watched Mando trying to mend the ship? I wrote that a little bit. Did he feel at all guilty? Because he must have been aware that this all blew up because he ate the egg. He ate the egg and broke into the egg.
Interesting.
Doesn't stop him going for the spawn again, though, does it?
Sorry?
No, he still carries
on with the frog spawn.
As I wrote at the end.
There you go.
After that, I wrote, no. The last shot proves he has no conscience. His hunger is all his consideration. Because that was the last thing that we saw. It hadn't taught him anything at all. No. So I think he needs to do a bit more training.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wherever he's going.
Just hungry.
At this point of the episode, it's that time which you've yet to hear, Mum, because you've not heard any of our Mando episodes yet, because they've not come out yet. But there's a new segment on the podcast called West End Geek Girls, which I still haven't written a theme tune for. But
by the time this comes out, you will have, and it'll be here.
Oh, thank you.
Behold.
The pressure. And I find something from the Star Wars role-playing game that has now appeared in the Star Wars universe. Because a lot of what we know of creatures, objects, technology, ships, the whole thing, a lot of it was devised as West End Games created the role-playing game and is still being used today, which is a phenomenal legacy to that team that created that. Big shout out to West End Games. And so I've been finding something in every episode that I know maybe didn't come from exclusively from the role-playing game, but was outlined in detail in the role-playing game. And Frog Lady, during the spider attack, magically pulls out a blaster from somewhere.
Tiny blaster.
And it looks like a very small emergency type blaster that isn't named, but I'm going to say, for the sake of the segment, that is a holdout blaster.
Okay.
And they are like miniature blasters that have only one or two. Well, no, they don't have many shots in them.
You got a few shots, yeah.
And in this particular instance, I think the description of the holdout blasters in Galadinium's Fantastic Technology, Guns and Gears for Any Occasion, which was a supplement to the West End Games rules, which has got loads of like details of bizarre technology. And they describe holdout blasters as small enough to be hidden in the hand of a human. Holdout blasters are common in urban areas with strict weapon controls and among undercover agents. So it's the kind of thing that is like the little miniature revolver in the handbag that you might see in Agatha Christie story or something like that.
Sure.
They require custom-designed power packs and only hold enough blaster gas for a few shots, which tells us that blasters use gas to fire, which I guess stands to reason, like argon or neon or something.
Yeah. Okay.
They're illegal or closely regulated in most systems. It feels like Frog Lady's kind of not on the run exactly, but like she's trying to live a difficult life. The fact that she's not with her partner.
Yeah. Well, he's had to arrange for this ship, which was obviously tricky.
Yeah. Many systems, however, look on them as a self-defense alternative to the more powerful types of personal weapons available. So it's like you can get away with carrying a hold-out blaster in some places. Yeah. Which I guess is what she's doing.
She's got it.
Anyway.
And she uses it to save Grogu, who's been eating her spawn this entire time.
She's got a heart of gold, and she can carry the hold-out blaster all the time as far as I'm concerned. Lovely.
Before all this, before she saves Grogu, they're running away back to the ship.
Oh, yeah.
And she moves...
She does her frog move.
Yeah, she goes between leaping like a frog.
Yes, exactly. To be quicker. Yeah, amazing.
I felt watching it this time, the animation of that looked better than my memory. Because it's clearly not Misty Rosas.
No.
She's very versatile.
If she can do that, then great.
Fair play. I have a feeling it's a CGI frog or something.
Yeah.
But
probably.
It looked really good this time around. So whether my memory just wasn't very good or...
Yeah, it was really cool.
Super cool.
I've got 2 favourite musical cues in this episode.
Yeah.
And one of them is just as Grogu is eating the spider egg. It all gets weirdly synthy.
Yeah.
Just as they start hatching, and it's really minimal and really spooky.
Interesting. Because one of my favourite musical cues on this episode was just before that, as Mando and Grogu are following the heat trail of her footprints. Yeah. And it is synthy, but it's like bells. There's a lot of bells, which I'm guessing they're on an ice planet. Bells are often used to denote ice.
Can I just interrupt your comment? Because something just hit me that did at the time, and I didn't write it down, was the whole thing was about eating the eggs.
Yeah.
And in fact, somebody else noticed that and saying is it about eggs? It isn't, because he didn't want the egg. He found the spider inside.
Yeah.
The spider because of the legs.
Yeah, he broke the egg open.
Yes, yeah.
Interesting.
So he'll eat any darn thing.
He'll eat any little thing.
Anything,
Eggs, living, whatever. It was a bit Alien-ish, the scene in Alien where they go and find the eggs.
There's also a similar one in Van Helsing, I think, when they find vampire eggs.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I just think he's gradually developing into something that's not the cute little Grogu at all.
Well, he says cute, but he's also a menace. We can have both those things. What was your other music cue?
It's right at the end. It's a bit later. So we've had this big battle with all the spiders.
Yeah.
Favourite piece of sound design happens with all of the... There's something incredibly spine-tingling and satisfying about that many spider legs in ice climbing over a ship.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds incredible.
And horrific.
Well, I was wearing headphones this morning because I was listening to it. I was watching it in your spare room this morning.
Before we were even up.
Before you woke up. I do my homework. So yeah, I had my headphones on and it was like, it's great. That sound does something to my spine and I like it.
Yeah, good.
Especially when it's in your ears.
Well, I'm glad I did have to be forced to watch
that episode. Because now you can now say you properly watched it.
When Branwen mentioned about that episode, I thought, spiders.
I have to say, I think it was your idea to watch it.
It may have been.
When I said which episode you want to be on, you were like, the spider one.
The one with
I don't think it was that confident, but anyway. But I'm glad I did, because I do feel it was really important in the development of all the characters.
Yeah.
The closing shot of Grogu.
Yes. No, that's okay. The musical cue. I think the one the one that is my favourite is the X-Wings come and rescue them.
Yeah.
And they have that little you did some bad stuff.
clearing Mando's
Clear the
name.
air, yeah. But as they leave, there's an amazing piece of score just as the X-Wings fly off. And it's kind of synthy and orchestral, and it sounds really triumphant. But they're just leaving Mando there. They're like, "No, get it sorted."
It's just X-Wings. Yeah, X-Wings bring forth the best musical cues.
Yeah.
I seem to think that we actually remarked about the music being very specifically amazing all the way through. It was just, it just seems to fit Whatever's going on,
yeah.
they've just brought the right music
really
in.
good.
Fabulous.
Ludwig.
I've always loved the music from The Mandalorian.
I've been a bit confused because I thought Ludwig stepped back for season 2. Like they still use his themes, obviously, but I think they used one of Ludwig's team. But I think that's season 3 where that happens.
Right,
so it's still
I
got
see.
his
So it's still
fingerprints on
Ludwig,
it.
Yeah, it's terrific.
It's the way a lot of film composers work. Is they, like Hans Zimmer, you know, he's the kind of lead composer, but he'll have people orchestrating, and then gradually those orchestrators become composers in their own right, which is why the composer for Solo, you know, he was part of Hans Zimmer's team. His name slips my mind at the moment, but I think that's kind of what happens in season 3 with the score. But it's still very much like Ludwig built this amazing music world.
Oh, yeah. Watching the first series, I was just so blown away by the music.
That was amazing. But yeah, the last shot.
Cheeky Grogu. It was I almost wanted a Looney Tunes like like to a circle, so we're left with a little circle on Grogu's face and then black. But no, either way, it's hilarious. I love it. I love both these episodes. I know I have heard other fans talking about the fact that, well, this didn't really bring the story on at all, and why did we have this episode?
Oh no!
For me, the side quests are like as fun as the big story. Of course, we love the big story arc and the quest for Bo-Katan and the Mandos and the Jedi and all this other stuff that's going on, and cloning and Thrawn, and we love all that big story arc. But Mando is a Monster of the Week show. You know, that's kind of how it started.
Kind of what it does, yeah.
I just love that. It's what George Lucas originally loved with Flash Gordon and those early, you know, sci-fi series that you said, Mum, that you would have seen things like that at the cinema back in the day.
A long time back in the day.
Yeah. Which is great. Like the excitement of that, the cliffhanger ending and all of that stuff.
Yeah, every week. There's such a cliffhanger. Yeah. Gosh, that was a long time ago.
I love a side quest.
Yeah, I
Any
just love
kind
a
of side quest. Give me a
I
side
mean,
quest.
we're gamers, a lot of us. And computer games are pretty
Side
much
quest.
a string of side quests.
But how else
shockingly
could you
neurodivergent.
develop? Sorry,
No, carry on.
how else could you develop the characters of Grogu, well, and Ando for that matter, without those
Without that,
episodes?
yeah.
You can't just. Well, I don't know how else you can do it because they are so full of information about those characters.
Absolutely, yeah.
It needs the time, doesn't it?
These two episodes are great examples of that.
Yeah.
The first one in terms of Mando, the second one in terms of Grogu, like we see so much of them.
And all fabulous in their own way. Yeah. Entertainment, it's just brilliant.
I watched a film with my mum the other day and we both watched it and went, that was a really bad film, but had they done it as a series and fleshed out all these characters, it would have been amazing.
Yeah.
And you're like, the characters are all good, but just because it was done in an hour and a half, it's not.
I feel like we're in that world we've got used to as an audience of TV series is now way more sort of what people watch rather than films. Yeah. And we're getting used to that long story arc, which I love. I've always loved a long arc. Both me and you, Mum, are huge Lord of the Rings fans. Yeah. Which is a massive book with loads of lore and character development. And like you need that long-term storytelling.
Can I just have a little story? You can take it off. You don't have to.
Oh, no,
that's all the stories.
You just mentioned about the Flash Gordon thing. I've just worked it out in my head. I think it would have been about 1954, 5. And we used to go on Saturday morning and it was serial. There would have been a cartoon and something else, but it was always Flash Gordon serial. And this one particular episode, I was quite scared at most of it.
This was in the cinema, yeah?
Yeah, in the proper Saturday morning cinema. Sixpence, I think, probably.
Oh.
And so my mum would have just dropped us off there so she could go off around the shops and
do something.
Sit in the cinema. And at the end, he was strung up somehow, Flash Gordon, and there was fire, you know, it was terrifying. I said to my brother, my younger brother, so we were very young to watch this sort of horror. Yeah. I said, I'll just wait for you outside. And I started to go out the door, and they wouldn't let me out. And I said, I need to go to the toilet. I couldn't say I'm too scared to watch it, and they wouldn't let me out. I had to wait till the end. So I had to hear it all going on.
Force you to stay in the cinema.
But yeah,
But then, you know, when you come back next week, he'll just get out of it really
Yeah,
easily.
I can't remember how
the drama?
the reveal at all, how he got out of it. But every week it would be terrifying. But I couldn't stand it to watch my hero.
This is the parallel. You've had to sit through Spider.
It was meant to
Spider
sit through
horror.
Spiders.
Yeah, but you would let me go out if I had to.
You could do some knitting.
Yeah, that's my fail-safe.
I do that when I'm watching scary films on my own or with people. I'll be like, if it gets too much, I just pick up a project. And I'm just like, I'm just going to do this. And
So I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
I've even said it out loud. And this was silly because I was watching Insidious on my own. This is, again, a tangent, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I was watching Insidious on my own and it got really scary. And I paused it and I just said out loud, I'm going to go make a cup of tea. And no one else is in the room with me. I'm putting myself through this. But
Amazing.
And I did. And I went and made a cup of tea and I sat down in the kitchen for a bit and then I came back and watched the rest of the film.
Fortunately for me, I don't think Mando gets any scarier than this episode.
No.
It is quite a horror episode.
Yeah.
Good work, Peyton Reed. You smashed it.
Yeah.
Mum, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Sisters
It's fun.
Falls. We loved it. You'll have to come back when we're doing the next thing, whatever we're doing.
Whatever the next thing is.
You're a big Star Wars watcher. In fact, we didn't really talk about that, about the fact that, you've grown to be quite a Star Wars fan.
Yes.
Particularly in
Taking
the last...
you to the first episode when you were 4.
Yeah, it's your fault. And you bought me the Star Wars Disco album. And
What a
many,
parent.
many,
What a
many Star
parent.
Wars figures. You set my life's path at a very young age.
Your fault, good.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed listening. Don't forget to follow us on all the platforms.
Yeah, we told you about them earlier. You should listen to that bit.
We'll be back next week for the next couple of episodes, which I think is just me and you.
Is it?
Yeah, us on our lonesome.
Us on our lonesome and
I love
probably
that.
not in the same room.
Yeah, we'll be back to 100 miles apart.
Back to 100 miles apart.
Oh, it's been very lovely to have us here.
Yeah.
And be able to sit in together. So
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Amazing.
It's quite nice having eye contact, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll definitely do this again.
Love.
Until then,
Thank you for listening. Bye.
bye.
Bye.